Hello everyone! Our team consisting of Utepova Azada, Kumarbekova Aida, Shailasхан Janslu and Lyuberta Samal conducted a study on the topic Achievements and Shortcomings of Kazakhstan's Development over the past 30 years, analysis based on statistics and international ratings during these 2 weeks. And today we will analyze before your eyes how Kazakhstan has developed according to the following factors over the past 30 years. So let's get started.
Economy. After gaining independence, Kazakhstan transitioned from a Soviet-style command economy to a market-oriented one, leading to a sharp decline in GDP and a challenging economic environment in the 90s. From the early 2000s, Kazakhstan's economy began to recover, driven by its abundant resource of oil, natural gas and minerals, particularly in the energy sector. The economy became heavily reliant on global oil prices, making it really sensitive to market fluctuations. This still remains one of the hottest problems of Kazakhstan's economy. Another major problem of the country's economy is corruption. Kazakhstan is among the countries that run on who do you know principles. In 2012, the World Economic Forum listed corruption as the biggest problem in doing business with Kazakhstan. If we look at Astana, we'll see that in recent years there were a lot of questionable billion-dollar projects undertaken, like the infamous LRT line or Expo 2017, which are never going to be profitable or beneficial to the country's economy. Overall, Kazakhstan is classified as an upper-middle income country by the World Bank. It has a relatively high GDP per capita when compared to other countries in Central Asia, but it is still not considered to be on the same level as developed European countries. Education. Some changes have been made in the education sphere of the past 2 decades. Since 2009, Kazakhstan has been participating in the IND rating. In the education sector, we have improved our position from 43rd place in 2009 to 26th in 2019. The adoption of the law on the status of teachers is expected to enhance the status and rights of teachers, ensuring their professional autonomy and ethical standards, and ultimately raising the prestige of the teaching profession. Yet, Kazakhstan schools are still facing a lack of facilities and a lack of qualified teachers. Hence, some primary and secondary schools run 3 instead of 2 shifts. This results in overworked teachers, students who are kept up late, and overused facilities. Healthcare. To this day, Kazakhstan continues to face many public health challenges in terms of life expectancy trends, maternal mortality, and health system and workforce issues. From 1990 to 2019, cardiovascular disease and cancer were the 2 leading causes of mortality, and self-harm climbed up from 8th place in the 90s to the roaring almost top 5 in 2019.
Political and governance factors. We see the Constitution as the highest instrument of the country's governance. The Constitution of the Republic of Kazakhstan was adopted at the Republican referendum on August 30, 1995. This day is a public holiday. It would seem that having all the resources and opportunities, Kazakhstan should have grown in a straight line upwards. But according to our president, a straight horizontal line of stability is much better than any changes. I hear some opposition comrades say, here he is always about stability and calmness, and what is better, instability? We see that it is, from revolution to revolution, from war to war, and the country is not developing at the same time. Nazarbayev said, this straight line, according to opposition figures, is more considered as stagnation rather than stability. Despite the stagnation in the development of the country, corruption still flourishes from year to year. Kazakhstan ranks 101st out of 180 in the ranking on the Corruption Perception Index. The higher the number in this rating, the more corruption there is in this country. Environmental sustainability. Kazakhstan ranks 40th out of 131 countries in the global air pollution ranking for 2022. In the ranking of countries in the world on water quality, Kazakhstan ranked 54th out of 179. The Republic of Kazakhstan signed the Paris Agreement on August 2, 2016. Kazakhstan has set itself an ambitious unconditional goal to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 50% from 1990 levels by 2030. International relations. Kazakhstan is an active member of United Nations, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, Organization of Islamic Cooperation, Collective Security Treaty Organization, Commonwealth of Independent States, and other.
Gender equality and the progress in gender equality in Kazakhstan.
The policy of gender equality in the Republic of Kazakhstan was moderately successful. By statistic made by Ministry of National Economy, in most of sectors of employment, women and men have equal ratio of Kazakhstan human rights. Political contribution gender equality faces obstacles. The share of seats held by women in national and local government has been below 25% for 9 years. Also, Kazakhstan ranked 52nd out of 144 relatively high position among the countries of Central Asia. What are human rights like in Kazakhstan? Significant human rights issues included credible reports of unlawful or arbitrary killing by on behalf of the government, torture by and on behalf of the government. I want to talk about one situation about this problem. Banker Yerzhan Tatyshev was shot in the head in 2004. The investigation then concludes that the death was the result of a hunting accident. Businessman Muradkhan Tohmadi, who was in the same car with Tatyshev at the time, was accused of causing death by negligence and was sentenced to a year of restriction of freedom. In 2017, the case was reviewed. Tohmadi admitted the charge of premeditated murder and said that he took this step because of Abyazov threats. In March 2018, Tohmadi was sentenced to 10.5 years in prison on charges of first-degree murder.
Summing up, we would like to say that Kazakhstan is developing progressively from day to day. The most important thing is that we live under blue sky, in tranquility and peace. Our stomachs are full and there is a roof over our heads, and there is no bloodshed in our country.